Imagine you go to the door, you input your pin 1, 2, 3, and then the door opens. But how do you do that? So first, the obvious, you need to have a door and you need to have a notepad. So here, to make it easier, I just put the 1, 2, 3 numbers and not the rest, but you should have all. Then you go to the event editor, and you maybe hate it, but you have to add a variable. It's very easy. You choose the individual variable and you give it a name, for example, pin code. See, I told you it's easy. Now you just need to add the event. So the event we call digit 1. The idea is that we trigger this event when you press the number 1. So here we have a trigger function, but the trick is now that we take a condition, an if condition, so it will only trigger one way if the variable is 0. That means it's the first time you press it, and then if you're correct, it sets the variable to 1. If you don't press it as the first number, like as the second number or the third one, then it's wrong. That means the variable will be set to 0. And now you continue this for the second digit, call it digit 2. Do again here a trigger field, a trigger function, triggering player, and then make a condition. So here the idea is, if you already, the first digit you input was correct, then the variable needs to be on 1, because that's what we did on digit 1. So here needs to be a 1. So if the next one, the second, is also correct, that means that you should change the variable to 2. So that means you have input 2 variables correctly, or is the second correct. However, if you put it in the wrong order and press the 2 anytime when it's not the second digit, then it will be counted as wrong. So the variable, the pin code variable, will be set back to 0. And now we do the whole thing for the last digit, for the digit 3. You can guess the trigger is again the trigger function and triggering player, and the condition here is if the variable is 2, that means you already put input like 2 correct numbers before. So now it's about to put the third correct number. So you need to put here a 2. And in that case now it's a bit different because it's the last digit. So you need to put, first you need to put the pin back to 0. That means when you come back again next time it will be still working. And then you can actually do what you want to happen. So in a Discord group where someone asked it, he asked how to make teleport. However, I want the door to open, so I disable the field 1. Then I wait for 3 seconds. So for this I put a yield with a timer of 3 seconds. And then I enable the field again. If you want to see how to animate the doors, then I recommend the video on the right top side, which I link now. So don't forget, even if you think you're almost finished, in any other case, as before, the variable needs to be set back to 0. Now comes the easy part without the advanced editor. So first thing is we need to put a wall. So for this we choose the toggle wall. And look for like a reasonable design, and then we go here for the field ID 1, because that's the number we assign to it. It could be any other number, just make sure you don't have it anywhere else. And now we have to take a trigger field and put it on top of the notepad, so that when you touch it, it really triggers it. I would make sure that it doesn't come out too far, because then it's less likely that people make it wrong. For the enter function, you take the digit 1 here. In theory, you could actually make it visible, then people will know it's a trigger field, but it also gives away that you probably don't use some of the digits, so I would make it not visible. Important is also here that you put the hand trigger, and now you just copy it, the trigger field, and adjust here the enter function to digit 2, and then you copy this again and put the enter function to digit 3. Okay, and now it works, so you can save it. However, if you want it to be more advanced, I would add some cosmetic things. For example, I would probably make here a toast, so that's basically a small message that the user receives that says correct or correct input or what else you want, and if it's wrong, you should also give them a toast that says maybe wrong input or whatever you want. Another thing what you could do is you can add a sound, for example here button, then people really know that when they touch the button really something happens. You can decide there are a lot of sounds which all not match perfectly, but go along and look what you find. One thing you keep in mind is it only works like this if you don't use the same digit twice. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 7 or whatever works, but 1, 1, 2 wouldn't. Have fun with this. If you have any further questions or comments, please let me know. I will try my best to answer you.